direct-to-consumer model. You don't need the pharmacy, that local pharmacy anymore. It fits right into Amazon's game. If you have a drugstore business, you're trying to figure out what you need to do. Drugstores that haven't been investing in digital, that don't have strong digital demand, now it's time to start to look at M&A. A little more than 2 years ago, Amazon announced roughly a $750 million acquisition of PillPack. And PillPack has been serving, a kind of chronic community, an elderly community to get pills. It's a direct-to-consumer pharmacy model. They then put all the pills in nice little packages that break it up daily. If you've ever seen your parents have the little pill box machine, this is now a pill pack. No longer is the pill box. They come nicely arranged. Here's what you need to take every day. Direct to consumer, where, it's much harder for elderly or different, patients that can't get to the pharmacy regularly, or, getting into that rhythm is just much harder. So this is a direct to consumer model. You don't need the pharmacy, that local pharmacy anymore. It fits right into Amazon's game. What Amazon has done, as we've seen them do with other acquisitions, is take the technology, take the personnel, and then bring that into the main juggernaut of Amazon. And that is what we have now seen with the launch of Amazon Pharmacy. It's a tidal wave of a bunch of repercussions for all of the traditional pharmacy stocks have all been pegged down as a result of that. And, if you have a drugstore business, you're trying to figure out what you need to do. The answer at a high level is this, as we have seen with what Walmart has done to successfully compete. You have to embrace your intrinsic advantages. You have to look at what are your assets today and understand how those can be a competitive advantage. What was it for Walmart? Pick up in store. Namely, grocery pickup in store. Walmart's e-commerce growth is directly tied to how many people have the Walmart app on their phone. More people that have the Walmart app on their phone and are ordering stuff through the app, whether it's for delivery to the home or pickup in store, the more digital orders, more digital demand Walmart has. The name of the game to compete with any marketplace, any disruptor platform business, is you got to get digital demand. And these drugstores don't have digital demand. How do I get people ordering through a digital interface, my website, my app, etc., versus just going into the store, right? Which you have billions and billions of dollars, and that is an existing behavior. That behavior isn't going to vanish tomorrow, but it is trending down. So, stores. Lots of drugstores have stores, just like Walmart has a lot of local stores, right? 99% of the US population is within 10 miles of a Walmart, whatever that stat is. Pickup in store is one of those kind of learned lessons that we see. It takes a lot of money. Walmart, in addition to buying Jet for a little over $3 billion, has been investing at least $1 billion every year in e-commerce, in fulfillment. And because they've made those investments, they've been able to get things really good like digital ordering for pickup in store. And then they're able to bring a marketplace dynamic. They're able to bring third-party sellers. They're able to bring more products to use, more diversification, more competitive pricing, all the things that marketplace, that platform business model brings to the table. And then you can bring that on top. But you can't go get third-party supply if you don't have strong digital demand. It's just not going to happen, right? Why would any third-party seller want to join your marketplace to sell stuff to your customers if none of your customers are there? If all your customers are coming into the store, how is that third-party seller going to sell stuff to them? They're not. You got to juice the digital demand. And, brass tacks for that is, well, you need a good digital experience. But then how do you have stuff that people can order and get delivered directly to their home, which could be done in a linear and a reseller model, which Walmart does a lot of, right? And what we've seen with Amazon as well. Amazon is also a linear reseller. What we saw with Amazon over the past now 26 years is that they would start to sell less stuff 1P as a reseller and more stuff 3P. So as more digital demand goes up, you can get more third-party supply. You start selling less of your inventory as a 1P reseller, and you get more third-party sellers. That's the way it goes, but it's a multi-year journey. And I would say now, generally, drugstores that haven't been investing in digital, that don't have strong digital demand, now it's time to start to look at M&A. There are a lot of digital pharmacy startups out there, whether in the US, Europe, or other parts of the world. These startups have been building their business just like Amazon bought PillPack for $750 million. Amazon didn't say, oh, well, we're going to all go do this ourselves. Walmart didn't say, well, we're going to go build Marketplace on our own. Walmart actually did that in 2009 and it failed. 7 years later, Walmart bought Jet.com for $3 billion. Doing this from scratch, now that Amazon's had multiple years post the PillPack acquisition, right? I mean, this has been coming. It's not like this just happened overnight. So you had 2 years from buying PillPack to now full-on integration with Amazon for the offering. It doesn't happen right away. And that's with a sizable acquisition. In my opinion, the only way that drugstores are able to compete is, one, through just consolidation, as we're seeing in a variety of industries that are trying to compete against marketplace and platform business models that are coming into their space. You just see more and more consolidation. You're seeing this in financial services, right? You see more and more big banks consolidating. There's just another mega roll up with PNC Bank last week. You see consolidation amongst the incumbents. That's one path. And then you cut costs and you get synergies and you kind of you kick the can down the road. Or the other path is to take the challenge head on and start to invest in digital. And the way to jumpstart that is through an acquisition. Fortunately, there are a number of promising digital pharmacy startups that are out there with an established team, with established IP, with this established understanding of the business and product market fit. And if you take the scale of an existing incumbent, whether drugstore incumbent or B2B pharmacy distributor, you take the scale that they have on the demand and the supply side, plus the fulfillment, the stores, the infrastructure, and you put these two things together, that can be a winning combination. That's what we've seen Walmart do to huge success. It is a multi-year journey. The acquisition is the start of that journey, not the end. And I think, though, with that combination, we will be able to see some incumbents successfully compete against the tech monopoly that is Amazon. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.